It's Fight Talk time. Here's your hosts, Josh and Sam.
Okay, so we're live here at the Fight Talk podcast, sponsored by the Fight Platform. Check them out for all the latest mixed martial arts news and stories.
It is the February the 1st, episode number 4. God, they're getting in there now. 4th episode already.
4th episode, we're getting there. Thank you for all the continued support, guys. We really appreciate it. And if you haven't followed us already on social media, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're everywhere. Everywhere anyone can be found, we are there.
And we're getting there as well. I know in our past 3, we've got around 600 views.
It's nice to know that people want to sit here and listen to us speak.
Yeah, listen to us talk absolute crap for
Makes all the early mornings worth it.
Definitely. So, yeah, let's look at this card from the weekend, UFC Denver, Saturday, Shevchenko versus Pena.
Quite excited to talk about this one so we can talk about the results of our little predictions.
Okay.
Shevchenko winning by armbar in round 2. What do you think of that?
Quite a mad one, really. We don't really see much submission work from Shevchenko.
You don't really see many kickboxers coming out and pulling armbars off on submission specialists, that's for sure.
Of course not.
But yeah, glad that I got this one right. Shevchenko's my girl, and those dance moves afterwards were amazing. They were.
Yeah, they were. I thought Watson and Paige Van Zandt were actually going to come in and have a little boogie.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see Amanda Nunes as well. It was a bit of a passive-aggressive call-out between them, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Like, I'm coming for that belt. It's like, you're not going to have this belt.
That was intense.
This is my belt.
It's like she was trying to talk shit, but it's
really odd because her grasp on English isn't the best.
No.
But yeah, then I'm just glad that I got one right.
Yeah, Pena no longer undefeated in the UFC.
Well, it was about time, really. She'd fought decent competition, but a loss isn't the end of the world. She'll come back stronger from it.
I'm glad she's already talking about coming back. I'm glad she's not going to disappear for thousands of years and go ancient on us. So
it seems we've got Valentina versus Nunes round 2 next coming up. Obviously, the first one was a loss at 196.
Decision.
Yeah.
Decision loss, yeah. So next we've got Masvidal versus Cowboy.
Ooh.
What a weird fight.
What a strange one. It looked like Donald was winning, and then all of a sudden he gets dropped at the end of round 1. Herb Dean looked like he stopped the fight, changed his mind, and called it the end of the round.
That could be argued that it should have been stopped there, or it was stopped there.
I believe it was stopped there.
John Anik said it was as well.
Because when we watched it back and we slowed it down, Herb stopped the fight before the bell rang.
Yeah.
Then when Cowboy sat up, he said, no, the fight's not over. But Herb's like the best referee in the business, so,
Was it maybe a change of decision last minute?
Possibly, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, seeing as it's Herb Dean.
But either way, Masvidal got the win, taking him now 32-11.
No one's finished Cowboy like that. Cowboy's never been knocked out like that. He's been finished with body strikes before, but never sparked like Masvidal did. To be fair, he knocked him out twice.
Masvidal did start throwing a lot of knees to the body and punches, and we got quite scared for Cerrone quite early.
It's a shame because I'd never bet against Cerrone, but
no.
I don't think the loss is going to be too devastating.
No,
because he'll just work his way back up, and it's like Dana says with Masvidal, he's quite underrated. So, like Dana said, if all these fights Nick Diaz is turning down, he'll start giving them to Masvidal.
Yeah.
The next fight that he'll be offered if Nick turns it down is the Damian Maia fight.
Yeah.
And Masvidal, like he said at the end, he bet Dana White $200,000. He couldn't find anyone to beat him. If Dana White sends in Maia.
Yeah,
that's not going to be pretty.
Not going to go down the same way. Did you see him on Reddit, Masvidal? He was playing Call of Duty, and his partner or his coach had to break into his house to stop him from playing.
No, I didn't.
That was crazy. He was proper into the game.
Yeah, who would you like to see him fight next?
Damian Maia would be a good one, but would Damian Maia really need? Does he? It's one of them. Damian Maia is ready for the belt now. So why should he go back and fight other people?
It's a high-risk fight.
If he loses,
he's not the number 1 contender anymore. If he wins, he's not the number 0 contender. He's not the champion. He's just where he is. It's a high-risk, low-reward. It's a high-risk, low-reward fight.
Yeah.
I personally would just like to see Masvidal fight Robbie Lawler.
Robbie Lawler, yeah, that would be a good fight.
Robbie Lawler coming off a loss.
We haven't seen Robbie Lawler since his loss to Tyron Woodley.
Well, Robbie was supposed to fight Cowboy at 205, but pulled out due to injury.
Yeah.
But that's the fight. That's the fight I would make, but I'm not a matchmaker.
So as it stands, we both went for Cowboy. Nobody thought that Masvidal was going to take it, so that was currently 1-0 to you.
Yeah. Then we move over to Francis Ngannou.
Ngannou versus Andrei Arlovski, right? Okay, all right. I may not have won the whole thing, but did I not pipe up Ngannou. I told you. I spoke very highly of him.
Yeah, you got me. From the homeless in Paris to the UFC title contender. It was a hell of a shot by him. It's scary how fast he is.
He's a very scary man.
The power of Roy Nelson and the speed of Velasquez. He's definitely a future championship contender.
Speaking of Velasquez,
Velasquez,
he does want Velasquez.
And Dana White's backing him on that. I gotta say though, I agree with Kenny Florian. I'd like to see him have a slower rise to the top, so he can get more experience. I wouldn't want to see him shoot to the top and fall like Gabriel Gonzaga did. Gabriel Gonzaga obviously was a rising star, knocked out Crow Cop, and then fought Couture for the belt, lost that, and then has since kind of like dwindled.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see. I do believe he's going to get up there. I'd just like to see him take his time and get the experience he needs to get up there. But definitely future title.
He did also mention Junior Dos Santos and Alistair Overeem. Alistair Overeem, as we know, is fighting Mark Hunt at what, 210?
209.
209, is it?
Yeah. But at the same, but obviously Overeem's booked, and there's rumours going around that
209.
Yeah, there's rumours going around that Stipe and Junior are set to face at 211.
211, yeah.
So,
we're going to speak on that in a little bit.
So it's I think Cain Velasquez is the fight.
Yeah, it'd be a good fight. Francis is now 5-0 in the UFC. I think it might be a decent matchup for him. Is Cain a little too high in the rankings?
Cain's a monster. Cain is the only person to ever. Well, I'll change my wording. Junior knocked him out, but Cain was ill. He was under the weather. He was injured.
Yeah.
Junior knocked him out. When Cain came back, he dominated Junior twice.
Yeah.
Then obviously when Cain fought in Mexico, so many miles above sea level, he got gassed, and then Fabricio tapped him out. So all of his UFC losses have come by finish, but all of his wins have been spectacular, really.
A lot of people have also been saying to take on Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis currently coming up against
Happer, isn't he?
Yeah, coming up against Travis Brown very soon. What do you reckon of that? I think the Black Beast will win that.
Travis is on the decline now, but at any time, it's the heavyweight division, man, and you just land one punch and it's over.
Yeah.
Unless you're fighting Roy Nelson, in which you can land whatever punch you want, it's not over.
So looking back at Arlovski now, he's now on 4 losses in a row.
But all of his losses, apart from the last one, are to top level competitors. Like he lost to Stipe, the current champion.
Yeah.
He lost to Overeem, the former title challenger.
Yeah.
He lost. Who was the third one to? To Barnett, that is a legend of the sport.
Yeah.
It's not like he's losing to nobodies. So it's I don't think it's over for him. I'd like to see Arlovski stick around. I'd like to see Arlovski versus Nelson too.
That'd be cool.
That first fight ended in a knockout, but there was a lot of controversy surrounding it because there was artificial stand-up in play, and it was a strange situation. Obviously, Nelson nearly had the Kimura on at the end, and then the referee had to stand them up because the clock told him to. Yeah, it was a weird situation.
But yeah, very excited to see Francis Ngannou step in there again. That was a great win on the weekend. And did you see him in that suit?
Yeah,
he looks amazing.
He looks well smart,
fresh.
Yeah, I can't wait for his next fight. He's got me excited.
Yeah, of course. Speaking
of excited, I was excited to see Alex Caceres win his fight, but it never happened.
But no, Jason Knight showed up, and what an incredible job he did.
He did do a good job. It was I was thinking Caceres was winning.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he got, Caceres defended the choke well, but Jason Knight's got that hillbilly strength.
Yeah, interesting fact about Caceres. He's won 7, lost 8 in the UFC.
Yeah, he has, but he's very hot and cold. He can be fantastic 1 minute and then lackluster. But he was good in this fight. He was just not good enough.
Yeah,
it wasn't a bad performance. It was a great performance. Sometimes your best isn't good enough, and on this time it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it's the fight game. It's anything can happen at any time.
So Jason Knight, who did he call out again? It was Doo Ho Choi, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that was it. The Korean Superboy.
Yeah. Or Cub Swanson. That's a bit ambitious considering Cub Swanson's 4th in the rankings.
Cub Swanson, was at any time ready for a title shot.
Yeah.
But Jason Knight didn't even have a Wikipedia page last week.
He still doesn't have one. We need to make him one.
We'll have to get on that. If anyone listening wants to make Jason Knight a Wikipedia page, I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
He's only 24 years old as well. He can do quite a bit.
He can. I do think he needs to slow his roll, though. Cub Swanson is an absolute monster.
Yeah.
He's a master. Obviously trains with Bisping. I think it's a bit much yet. But don't get me wrong. This time next year, you never know. He could be Could be fighting for the belt. Who knows?
Yeah, it's a crazy, crazy world.
So now on to the one that won me my title of victor, Rafael Assunção.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about that since Sterling got beat? How do you feel?
Bit good to see Sterling lose.
Well, Rafael Assunção was always really, really good.
Yeah,
He just always got put up against competition that was a little above his level.
Yeah.
Obviously, he holds a victory over TJ Dillashaw. It was one point ranked one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world.
Then lost to him at 200, and then he obviously came back to beat Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah, so it's a strange one because in the bantamweight division you've got the perennials. You've got your TJ Dillashaw, Dominic Cruz, and obviously Cody Garbrandt now. That sounds weird. And then you've got the second tiers. You've got Jimmy Rivera there, Brian Caraway, a few of the others. It's obviously we've got who else have we got? We've got John Dodson in the mix now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, John Lineker, he's there as well. So in the bantamweight division, it can all just change at any time.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if this time next year we saw Assunção fighting for the belt.
Assunção's last 5 fights have gone to the distance.
He's not a finisher, but
no.
GSP wasn't a finisher, and he's considered one of the best ever. He's considered the best ever by a lot of people.
A win's a win, man.
A win's a win. It does matter how you get the win, but it's not as important as getting the win.
Yeah.
Right, are you ready for this?
So, it's special announcement time.
Let's talk about the next fight, and we'll get on to it. Sam Alvey beat Nate Marquardt by decision. I'm happy with that.
I'm very happy with that.
Do you know why I'm happy with that?
Why are you happy with that?
Because, ladies and gentlemen, smiling Sam Alvey will be joining us on the podcast here next week.
No way.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god.
Smiling Sam Alvey, the middleweight,
Yep.
with hands of stone and teeth of pearls. He will be joining us to discuss all things fighting with us here next week.
Very nice guy. We've been speaking to him lately.
Yeah.
He got a nice decision with a nice win on the weekend.
Over a legend in Nate Marquardt.
Yeah,
Nate
of
Marquardt's
course,
a phenomenal competitor. So if anyone has any questions for Sam Alvey, just comment below, send us a message. Whatever you need to do, give us a tweet, and we'll see what we can do about sorting that out.
So Sam's now on a 4-fight. Oh, we're gonna have to do something about the names.
Yeah.
Maybe,
well, I wouldn't want to argue with him over who gets to keep the name.
You should probably just go with
Gary.
Yeah, Gary.
I'll change my name. Gary.
Gary, of course.
Okay, so Sam Alvey will be on with your host Josh and Gary.
Yes.
Okay. So like I said, any questions you've got for Sam, drop us a tweet, a message, a DM, a comment.
Yeah.
A smoke signal, whatever. Just we'll see what we can do.
So Sam Alvey now on a 4-fight win streak, 30-8. Twitter wants Jack Marshall next.
Yeah, it's strange that Sam Alvey doesn't pick his own competitors. He lets Twitter do it.
Yeah.
But he's a fan favourite. He's a man.
To be fair, he was saying he does want to go to Europe and fight Jack Marshman.
He wants to come to Europe so he can bring his kids.
Yeah, he wants to bring his kids and his wife. And...
Oh, why don't we invite him round here? You can put him up.
Hey, we could put him up.
You've got a double bed.
Yeah.
Top and tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But Sam Alvey has got such power that he could potentially at any point win any fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's with Sam Alvey. Some of the fights he's had. I remember the first. I hadn't seen him fight in a while, and he popped up on the prelims. I had to tune in because I remember from the Ultimate Fighter and fights even before that in Bellator and such.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, is he going to throw a punch or is he just going to? No, he's just going to get hit. And then he threw 4 punches in the fight. It was a 4-punch combination, and he won the fight. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. I love seeing Sam Alvey fight, and his smile. Oh, he's always smiling.
Would you like to see him face the hammer in Jack Marshman?
See, that's an odd one for me. Jack Marshall obviously is our fellow countryman.
Fellow Welshman.
Yeah, we're Welsh, if you didn't know. I hope that doesn't deter you from watching the podcast. Our fellow countryman in Jack Marshman. I don't know. I don't think Jack Marshman can win that fight. That's my own opinion. But obviously he's got Thiago Santos coming up next. That's a risky one. Thiago Santos can be, when he's on, he's on.
That's not even too far away. February the 19th, UFC Fight Night 105.
Definitely be watching that entry. It's worth noting that Jack Marshman has 3 TKO losses and Sam Alvey is a finisher.
Yeah, of course.
So I think Twitter got that right. I personally would like to see Sam Alvey rise through the rankings and become a title contender. Because think about it, with the knockout power Sam Alvey possesses, all he'd have to do is catch Jacare once and Jacare's going to sleep.
Yeah.
He'd just have to tickle Luke Rockhold's chin and Luke Rockhold's going to wake up thinking he's still with Demi Lovato, I'd hate to say it, but even Bisping could get caught. So Sam Alvey, with power like that, he could rise through the rankings. All it takes is string together. Like, think about it. Derek Brunson, his last loss was to Brunson.
Yeah.
Brunson is currently going to fight Anderson Silva. Imagine if we had Anderson Silva versus Sam Alvey.
Crazy.
That would be amazing. I would much prefer that fight.
Wow, the way these fights are being picked in a minute, anything can happen. So.
Yeah, I'd love. So with Tim Bowe stepping up to fight Ronaldo Souza, that's interesting. I'd like to see Sam Alvey get a shot at the top 15.
Oh yeah, of course.
Some of the people like Uriah Hall, that's mine. That's my one. Sam Alvey versus Uriah Hall, that's the one I want.
That'd be a good fight.
I'm gonna campaign for that.
Let's talk to him about that next week. See if
we'll have a chat with him, see what he thinks.
So Sam Alvey on the show next week. Send in your questions on Twitter, comments, whatever. Let us know. Next up, we're gonna speak UFC Fight Night, Bermudez versus the Korean Zombie this weekend. We've definitely got a lot of fights coming up.
Yeah, we've got this weekend, we've got next weekend, then we've got Fedor fighting against Mitrione.
Yeah.
Then we've got another Bellator event. Then we've got UFC again. It's a good time to be a fight fan.
207, that's coming up soon as well.
Yeah, 207 as well. I'm looking forward for that.
Yeah, of course.
So we've got Bermudez versus Korean Zombie. We're going to talk predictions.
Oh,
Dennis the Menace Bermudez versus the Korean Zombie Chan Sung Jung.
Have you got...
Coming off of it, let's talk about it. Chan Sung Jung coming off his mandatory 3 million, bloody hell. His mandatory 3-year military deployment.
Yeah.
He's coming back. That's 3 years. Is a long time. His last fight was with Jose Aldo, where he lost via TKO due to a separated shoulder.
Yeah, that was back at UFC 163.
God, that just shows how long ago it was.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go with Dennis Bermudez.
I've also gone for Dennis Bermudez.
He's the fresher. He's the more active competitor, obviously.
Yeah.
But Chan Sung Jung's a monster. He's such a good submission artist. Very durable. He has one of only a handful of twister submission wins, and it was against Leonard Garcia.
Yeah.
Well, his first fight with Garcia was absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't check that out in the WEC, it is a bloodbath. So I'm gonna have to go with Bermudez, but I wouldn't cry if Chan Sung Jung won. I do like Korean Zombie.
Yeah, Bermudez is currently on a 2-fight win streak. His last 2 fights have been against Ronnie Jason and Tatsuya Kawajiri. Both by decision. Before that, he got 2 losses from Jeremy Stevens, the flying knee.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was crazy. And Ricardo Lamas, the guillotine.
So Ricardo the Bully Lamas as well. He was a title contender.
Yeah.
Jeremy Stevens is always dangerous.
Yeah.
As you saw when he dropped Frankie Edgar with that head kick at 205.
Yeah. I
actually thought that fight was going to be stopped, and it would have been a career push for what's his nickname? Jeremy. Who the fuck is that guy? Stevens. I like Jeremy Stevens. I'd like to see him rise to the top. And he could do it. He's got massive power.
Yeah.
So we've got the women's strawweight fight. Alex Grasso versus Felice Herring.
Strawweights. They're starting to put some kind of rankings together now.
Yeah, they've got some for, but the champion JJ at the top. Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if you heard, JJ is currently rumoured to be fighting Michelle Waterson at the co-main event of UFC 111.
I did see that. Yeah, that would.
The karate hottie versus the Polish superwoman.
Would you want to see that this soon? Like,
well, Michelle Waterson's a competitor for years, so it's not as if she's just like come out of nowhere, beat up a pretty girl, and decided she's going to fight for the belt. But she could do it. I think out of all the fights that could happen, that is the best. You've got obviously Thug Rose there as well. I like to see JJ fight Thug Rose. And for those of you who don't know, Jojo Carlawood is my pick.
Oh yeah.
She's going to be a future champion. She is so good. Jojo Carlawood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad mofo Jojo.
But going back to Waterson, I think she should have one more fight before. I think she should just...
Who would you put her against, though?
I'm not too sure, though.
Everyone who's a contender has either fought JJ or has not fought anyone. Because her last fight was against, Shotgun Paige Van... 12 gauge Paige Van Zandt.
Yeah.
That's it, 12. I don't know where I got shotgun from. Shotgun Paige Van Zandt, that'll do. Yeah, so she went up against 12 gauge. 12 gauge is obviously quite highly ranked.
Yeah.
But then you've got... The other fight, you've got like Claudia Gellia, she's already fought her.
Yeah.
You got it's all the fighters that you would call a contender. JJ's already fought and beat up.
Yeah.
Because that is the best way to put it. She beat them up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the fight I'd make: Michelle Waterson versus JJ. And the strawweight, where are we? Strawweight fight now. That's going to be interesting. And it's not. If you think of like the lightweight division, that's talent stacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think of the heavyweight division at the moment, any of those guys could fight for the belt and you would watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the strawweight, it's not there yet.
No.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk is quite a name now. Not just because it's hard to pronounce, but Think about her driving license must be huge. So she's building a name for herself, and that in turn is going to build a name for the strawweight division.
Yeah.
So with Felice Herring, all it takes is Felice Herring to win this fight, and she's back at the top again.
Yeah, she's 11-6. She's got losses to Paige Van Zandt in decision, and Tisha Torres by decision at Invicta.
Yeah, Invicta as well. You get a lot of people from Invicta coming over to the UFC now, which is good. Angela Hill recently came back. Are they Angela Hill? There you go. That's another name I'd like to throw in the mix there if I could, but
Alexa,
I don't see that happening.
Alexa 9-0. Two fights last year.
Only two?
I don't know why I put that down. Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
Only two. I suppose you put that down for a reason. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Felice Herring on there. Felice Herring is a name I know and recognise.
Yeah.
I think Felice Herring's got this.
Yeah.
So
me too.
We move to light heavyweight. OSP versus. Go on, have a go.
Volkan Ozdemir.
Volkan Ozdemir. Right. Yeah. OSP over in St. Prune. Recently lost to Jimmy Manower at 204. I remember that.
We were there.
We were there, yeah, we saw that.
October the 8th in Manchester.
Yeah, look over at the poster real quick. Check the date. Yeah, so OSP obviously got knocked out by Jimmy Manower, and before that, lost to decision to the greatest fighter at the moment, John Jones.
That was at 197.
That was OSP stepping up at short notice. OSP actually broke his arm in the first round and still managed to survive the fight.
Yeah. Which
is very, very, shows the heart of OSP. He's a very odd striker, very unorthodox, very long, very awkward. Which is, a good thing to be sometimes. This is Volkan's first real big fight in the UFC.
Oh, this is Volkan's debut in the UFC.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's 12-1 and he's got 9 TKOs out of the 12 wins.
You know what? I'm going to go on a limb and say Volkan's going to finish OSP.
I was actually going to go for him. I thought OSP is coming off a few dodgy losses, so I was going to go for Volkan.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go for Volkan. And I'm going to go as far as to say Volkan is going to climb the rankings. Yeah.
I'm going to say he's going to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Yeah, you know what? He's going to be the greatest Russian fighter. We believe in you, Volkan. If you ever want to come on the podcast, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. Yeah, so there's not much more to say about that one. OSP on his way down. Volkan is going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I'm going to choose Volkan. Josh has also chose Volkan. Right, heavyweights. Anthony Hamilton. Now, tell me where you recognise that name from.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He also lost to Ngannou.
There you go. He got his arm ripped off by Ngannou.
On December the 9th, Kimura. What a fight that was. He's also a former Maximum Fighting Champion and former Cage Sport Champion.
But does that matter? If the letters U, F or C on in there, it didn't happen.
I've got one for you. He has the second fastest KO in UFC heavyweight history.
The second fastest?
Yes.
Who holds the fastest?
I can't remember.
You do not know?
No. It was UFC 201 versus Damian Brogowski.
Oh. How fast was it?
14 seconds.
14 seconds. Wow.
So he's lost 4 of his last 7.
The fastest in UFC history was 7 seconds, and that was Bang Ludwig.
Yeah.
That was Dwayne Ludwig. So yeah, Anthony Hamilton. He's a great great competitor. I'd like to see him win this fight.
Don't know much about Fortuna. I know he's 8-1, and this is his UFC debut. So
see, I do not have the same feeling I did with Volkan here. I believe Fortuna is not going to win this fight. I believe I just like Anthony Hamilton.
Yeah,
he's got a cool name. He didn't really want to tap out even when his shoulder was somewhere up in Mexico. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Anthony Hamilton on that one.
Okay. So. Next up, we're going to go to... I'm a bit angry about this one.
Oh?
Not going to lie. The Fight Pass card, alright? This is the UFC, same card now, but it's back all the way down on the Fight Pass prelims.
Okay.
It's Nico Price versus Alex Moreno, okay?
Okay.
Nico Price defeated Brandon Thatch via submission at 207. He is 9-0, yeah? The hybrid is 9-0. Why is he fighting so low on the card?
Is he the main event on the prelims?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's something, I guess.
Oh, wow, he main evented the prelims.
Yeah, but if you look at I'd like to see him replace, like, the Jessica Andrade fight versus Angela Hill. That would be...
Yeah.
I think that would be more suiting to Angela Hill. It's got a recognisable face and a recognisable name.
Yeah.
Andrade has got an awesome name, and she punctuates her E. Yeah, that's a pretty. I believe what you are right. Nico Price should have been.
He should be
On
at
the
least
card.
on the main card because if he wins, he's 10-0.
Yeah, they should be exposing him more.
Yeah, and then you've got Alex Morono, 12-3, third fight in the UFC. He last fought UFC on Fox, Van Damme versus Watson versus James Minsdari.
Did he win?
He did,
He did. Oh,
I think.
you think? So yeah, I'd like to see Nico Price a bit higher up on the card. I believe he has the potential to be quite a face even for casual fans.
Yeah. So we're just gonna put a quick prediction on that. I think he's gonna win, Nico. Yep. We don't normally do it about the prelims, but he is.
I'm gonna go with Alex.
You know, with Alex.
I'm going with Alex. I believe Sean Shelby knows what he's doing, and I believe he's put him on the prelims because I believe Alex is gonna win this fight.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna move down. We're gonna go to 209. We're gonna put some early predictions on there. I think obviously these are gonna change for me because I like to see how the fighters look just before the fights.
Yeah. So
Woodley versus Thompson.
Woodley versus Thompson, number 2. Okay. Great. Well, we have already spoke. We spoke about this one and Khabib quite a few times now. I think it was on episode 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, and 4.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Woodley versus Thompson 2.
I would love to see Wonderboy as the champion.
See now,
Absolutely love
my reckoning. Excuse me. My reckoning is Woodley hit Thompson with everything he could hit him with in that last fight.
Yeah.
And he couldn't finish him.
No. That was crazy. Yeah. So Wonderboy now 13-1-1 after that draw. Tyron Woodley 16-3-1. I don't think we have to really talk much about that one. I think they just need to get back in there and fight as soon as
you
possible.
can't say what's going to happen about that one. Obviously,
No.
I do believe Woodley doesn't have overconfidence in himself anymore. Cause that was, he was trying to get everyone to fight. He challenged Nick Diaz, he challenged Damian Maia, challenged
Bisping.
Ronda Rousey, challenged Joanna, Dillashaw,
Yeah.
Khabib, challenged everyone who just did not want to fight
No.
Thompson again. So I can see Thompson doing that, right?
As an early prediction though, I would pick Wonderboy.
Yeah, Wonderboy's the early favourite for me.
No official, but
Nothing official. These will change.
yep.
So, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Tony Ferguson, El Cookie.
El Cookie.
So what do you think?
Khabib's never fought anyone in the the UFC top 10. Was it top 10 or top 5?
Top 5.
Top 5, but still, if you 24-0, you'd think he would have fought someone good.
He fought Dos Anjos, but that was before Dos Anjos was the wrecking machine that we used to know.
Yeah.
And then he fought. The thing that I keep coming back to is Michael Johnson wobbled him, and Michael Johnson is a hard hitter, but he's not a killer like say McGregor.
Yeah.
Even Ferguson's got some nice power there, and if someone like that hits him, it's not the same. It's a different kind of power.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put an early bet on Ferguson there.
I would say I think Ferguson. He's last 3 wins: Rafael dos Anjos, Lando Veneta, who's coming up on the same card as him,
Oh, groovy Lando.
and Edson Barboza. Those two, Lando Veneta and Edson Barboza, were both Darcy jokes actually.
They were. He's very good at that front.
Yeah.
It's because we actually watched that fight recently, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And it was because he's so big for a lightweight. When people duck down, instead of pulling back, he'll just grab hold of the neck and wrestle them to the floor.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu finesse. It's catch wrestling power.
Yeah.
He uses, and obviously that Lando Veneta fight was awesome. Lando Veneta's amazing. We're gonna talk about it in a minute.
Yeah, we'll fight.
So
yeah.
Tony Ferguson, I reckon he's gonna get this.
Yeah, okay. So next up on that card is Alistair Overeem versus Mark Hunt. We have spoke of this a bit. We were speaking on episode 2 about how we're not sure if Mark Hunt will see him because of the lawsuit currently going on against Dana White, the UFC, and Brock Lesnar. So
I don't understand why Dana White has been named
what's
as
Dana White done? It's not his
Dana
fault.
White is the president of the company. He didn't inject Brock with anything. He didn't know.
Yeah, Brock, bit of this.
Yeah, it's crazy. But when I think about this fight, I think of Overeem versus Nelson.
Yeah.
Because it's quite similar. The only difference being, Roy Nelson's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Mark Hunt is not. Mark Hunt is a K1 champion. Roy Nelson is not.
Yeah.
Roy Nelson got knocked out by Mark Hunt.
Yeah.
So it's a similar fight, and Overeem has got that notorious glass jaw.
Yeah.
And I believe Mark Hunt's gonna shake him.
I can see Mark Hunt pulling off a nice little
One of those walk away
swing
KOs
walk off.
things,
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to see Mark Hunt fight for the belt again.
I would. I'd like to see Mark Hunt champion, but it's whether he's fighting in the minute just to put
Food on
the table. He's not fighting because he loves fighting. He's fighting for the money, really. which isn't always the best.
He's also getting on as well. He's obviously past 40 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the older fighters on the roster.
Yeah.
But, you know, with the power he has is scary. There's no one in the world he couldn't knock out.
No, I know.
So he's never too far away from the belt if he wanted to.
Yeah.
On to my personal favourite lightweight, groovy Lando Venata.
Yep. Come in the other day, he was on Instagram and he's got a brand new look to himself now. He's gone bald with a bit of a beard.
Yeah, it's a bit creepy, but whatever you fancy. But
So,
honestly, Lando Venata is a beast outside of the UFC.
Yeah.
Came in on 2 weeks and nearly finished Tony Ferguson.
I thought he was going to win that fight.
Yeah, well, we
was
actually
close.
won, and we agreed that fight we believe should have been stopped. Ferguson was just falling all over the place.
Yeah.
What an upset that would have been, though, if Lando would have won that
Oh,
fight.
I know, yeah. So he bounced back from a Darcy choke, lost to Tony Ferguson
And then,
with
you
a
know,
wheel kick
wheel
versus
kick.
John McDessie.
That's crazy. Because I remember he saying in an interview, he said, I've thrown that kick so many times, and I've just never felt it land before, and I just didn't feel it land. I
No.
looked over, and McDessie's dead. So yeah, it was Lando Venata is obviously he's phenomenal. He's going to climb the rankings and he's going to be champion one day.
Yeah.
Lando Venata's amazing. So obviously Lando Venata's my pick if you hadn't guessed.
Yes, I also love a bit of Lando.
Mr. Todd Duffy, touted as the next big thing many years ago before he got knocked out by Mike Russo. If you haven't seen that fight, don't watch it. It's terrible. Watch the end of the fight. Mike Russo just uncorks the right hand, knocks him out in the third round, and then unleashes a hammer fist of doom upon him.
Yeah.
He literally just taps him. It's crazy. But obviously Todd Duffy his last loss was obviously to Mia.
Yeah.
As a knockout. We haven't seen him since. But Todd Duffy he looks like GSP's big brother. He's chiseled out of stone.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So obviously Mark Godbeer's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, of course. So next we've got UFC 210. We can talk about Daniel Cormier versus Anthony Johnson.
Round 2.
Round 2, yeah. They've someone on Reddit's recently been putting about how Anthony Johnson did that punch and threw Cormier like across the cage.
I remember we watched that
Yeah.
and we were trying to pick prediction. I said, right, give me 2 seconds to choose as soon as they come out.
Yeah.
And then, about 30 seconds in, Johnson landed that punch, and I remember just thinking, this is a 25-minute fight, and all Johnson needs to do is hit him once.
Scary.
His last loss was to Cormier, obviously, was the last fight.
Yeah.
But since then,
He's knocked
Manoa.
out Glover, knocked out Bader, knocked out Manoa.
yeah, that knockout of Glover really showed
Yeah.
how terrifying he is.
A scary, scary guy.
Yeah, it didn't even look like he hit him that hard.
No.
And no one's knocked Glover out like that. No one. Like, Glover's obviously a Chuck Liddell sparring partner.
Yeah.
And it's insane how strong. You don't think strength like that is possible. Like, anyone can put power into a punch if they really wind up to. If you walk up to a heavy bag, you've all been in the bar and you've all hit the punch bag machine and you've all been big and hard. But to generate that much power in such a short distance, just shows that you can't teach that. That is, he was born with that, and that is terrifying.
Yeah.
And and obviously Ryan Bader shot for the takedown and got knocked out for his efforts. So I just hope DC comes prepared.
Yeah, DC now 18-1, only lost to John Jones at UFC 182.
Who is touted to get the winner of this fight.
Yeah, Dana White did say that John Jones will get the winner of this
A bit
fight.
hypocritical, considering Mr. White said he'd never go into the business of letting John Jones main event a pay-per-view again.
Yeah.
So unless that means that that's not going to be the main event, but I can't see that happening.
Cormier last fought at 200 against Anderson, where he...
Battered him.
Yeah.
That was. It's worth noting. I don't know if you know this. The light heavyweight championship has not been defended since the end of 2015.
No, it
The
hasn't.
last person to fight for the light heavyweight bout was Alexander Gustafsson,
Yeah.
and he obviously lost to DC.
Yeah, split decision. Before that... Oh no, never mind.
Before that, it was the John Jones fight.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It was the Johnson fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got this one. This is an interesting one. On this card is Weidman versus Gegard Mousasi.
Yeah.
Or is it?
It's politic talk time.
It is. So, for those of you who don't know, Donald Trump has recently imposed a ban on certain countries entering the United States. Gegard Mousasi is from one of those countries, from Iran,
Yep.
and he works on a work visa, and there is potential for him to not be allowed into the country for the fight with this new rule in place.
Okay.
And it's the UFC lawyers are working on it as we speak.
Yeah, kind of sucks.
It's a crazy situation.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't care about anything Trump did until now, because this is a fight I've wanted to see for ages. So don't mess this up for us.
I'd be devastated if it couldn't happen.
Come on, Donald.
Come on.
Who could replace Gegard in this fight?
I don't know, we'll have to start looking lower in the rankings, I think.
Well, we've got Rockhold. He's not booked.
No, we could have a rematch. But Rockhold's injured, and then he's fine, and then
He's injured.
having a
He's
breakup, and then
posting training pictures, wanting to fight John Jones in Submission Underground.
yeah,
It's you're either injured or you're not, Luke.
no, it's
Make your
silly.
mind up. Come on. I know your heart's broken at the moment, but
So UFC 211, nothing's actually been announced properly, but there is a potential Stipe Miocic versus Junior Dos Santos.
yeah, there was something interesting I wanted to touch on here. I don't know if you follow JDS on Twitter or Fabricio. Fabricio has challenged JDS to a gym war, to a fight in the gym.
All right,
He wants to go to his gym and fight him.
that's a bit weird.
It's crazy. I don't know. I don't advocate that. I think mixed martial arts is still, a lot of people who are new to the sport see it's human cockfighting. I say no, they wear pants the entire time.
Yeah, we that was said in an interview, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With it was Joe Rogan and what was the other guy's name? I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But they were on a show together, and they were arguing about boxing, and they were
I
arguing
do know
about.
what you mean, yeah. I do, yeah.
Rogan was talking about Chuck Liddell,
Yeah.
and this boxing fanatic guy was talking about Mayweather.
Yeah, and he was saying to Rogan, you're not a boxing fan, and Rogan was, you can't tell me what I am a fan of. I love
Yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with mixed martial art, think about it logically. In boxing, how many fights do you see at press conferences? Correct me if I'm wrong. Did someone not recently throw a table at someone at a boxing conference?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
at the
that
Anthony
did
Joshua card. I remember.
That wasn't the only thing. They got them in a room together.
And he smashed a shot glass. He shot the glass over his head, and the fight was still allowed to continue.
That was crazy.
Yeah. In mixed martial arts, the closest thing we've come to a fight is DC and John Jones pushing each other.
Yeah.
That is the absolute closest. There's never been like a full-on like there is in boxing. So to say that mixed martial arts is inhumane and yada 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 is silly, and you need to educate yourself.
Yeah, it's not the same respect either. At the end of a boxing fight, you don't always see them hug each other. Whereas
It's the difference between a fighter and a martial artist.
yeah,
Obviously, we're lifetime martial artists ourselves. Been training martial arts forever, and the respect factor is different in boxing than it is in boxing.
Yeah.
Is fighting. Martial arts is competing.
it's a very limited sport.
It is. Let's fight, but only with these two things.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm a mixed martial artist through and through,
yeah,
but I'd like to not see that. I don't want to see MMA transform into what boxing, the darker side of boxing.
yeah.
So this is a slippery slope. Fabricio saying he wants to just have a fight with Junior Dos Santos. For one, it's bad for his health.
Yeah.
Because if you consider, and this is what Uriah Hall said, and Uriah Faber said, sorry, and this always stays with me. When Dominic Cruz was trash talking coming up to their second fight, Uriah Faber said, the only reason you are alive right now is because there is rules in mixed martial arts. Dominic Cruz said, what do you mean? Well, I had you in a guillotine choke and you tapped out. If I had have held that choke, you would have died.
Yeah.
Because there are rules, I let go of the choke. In
Yeah.
an actual fight, you would be dead. When Junior knocked out Fabricio,
Yeah.
the rules said end. If in a full fight, such as a gym fight,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen there. So rules are the only thing that kept him safe there. So I believe it's very silly to talk about taking away the rules that keep you safe.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because that's the only reason. It's a very horrible way to think of it, but it's the only reason he's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because once you're out, you're out. What do we think of CM Punk trying to get a second fight in the UFC?
I think it's crazy. I don't think we should see him back.
No, I disagree. I believe he did not have a chance to show himself last time. He threw one punch in the fight, got taken down and pounded out and submitted. That's not... No, I'd like to see a CM Punk fight. I do not want to see a CM Punk massacre.
Yeah.
I would like to see I would like to see if CM Punk can fight, because it's fair to say that he got beat. It is not fair to say that he cannot fight, because
No.
if we say we have 500 people who listen to this podcast today,
Yeah.
490 of them, it would happen the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Mickey Gall would take you down and pound you out. That is how it works.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, but that's not to say that those people can't fight. Yeah?
No. Yeah, I understand.
Do
Yeah.
you- I'm glad you understand, and I don't want to come across as pompous or anything, but it's not fair to say that he can't fight because we don't know. We
Yeah.
can say that, we can say conclusively, he cannot get out from under the bottom of Mickey Gall and get up. We can say that conclusively,
Yeah.
but we cannot say he can't fight. I would like to see him fight Michael Jackson next. Not the singer, the fighter Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another one, Bellator 172. We get Josh Koscheck making his debut in Bellator to face Marcio Alonso.
I'd love more than you would know to see Josh Koscheck fight Paul Daly again.
Oh yeah.
In Bellator, oh god, they probably turn it into a ladders match or something. In Bellator.
Table match.
Yeah, that was so crazy last time with Paul Daly hitting Josh Koscheck after the fight. That was, that happens in boxing so much more. That's the only time that's ever happened in the UFC.
Yeah.
So for them to fight again in Bellator would be amazing. I'd really like. They're probably masked men and there'd be
Probably get
luchadors.
some steel chairs and
crazy.
have a lot.
I hope that fight happens.
So yeah, guys, that is all we've got time for today on the Fight Talk podcast. Remember, Sam Alvey on the show next week. Send us some questions as soon as possible. Really, we'll try and get them answered with him, and yeah, we're just gonna have some fun.
All right, thank you everybody. We'll see you next week. This has been the Fight Talk podcast, sponsored by the Fight Platform. Check them out for all the latest mixed martial arts news and stories.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.